Welcome back, guys. You know this. You know how we do. We're here for the CPT World Warrior event number 4 for Canada West. I am for Shaw, and I got my partner in crime with here, Suika. Suika, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Got a cup of coffee, got a bottle of water. You know how it is here at World Warrior. We want to stay hydrated and ecstatic for the matches that are about to come up. Now, today we've experimented with a new style for today, it seems. We ran the entire bracket all today, which is why the stream itself started a little bit later than usual. We do have our winners all ready to go. So if you want to check the start.gg to see how the bracket is going, check that out. And the losers will be decided by the time, I'm sure, as we continue onwards. And speaking of winners, we have Noodle, Dive and Drive, Muck, and Mike X. The first 4 out, ready to go today.
Yeah, some pretty familiar players. If you're, known to the Canadian scene, you know these are some of the best, of course. And we had Mike X win 1 already of the World Warrior events. Up there also with Noodle. So come back to play harder, right? Get these points in. Those points add up all the way into getting a spot in for the finals. You win the finals, you go all the way, baby, all the way to the Capcom Pro Tour 10.
Yeah, sorry about that. If you peek over to the leaderboard, you can see that Noodle and Mike X are actually in contention for top spot. And that's going to be kind of the story of the hour here. We're going to see if Muck or Dive and Drive can deny either of these players their way into a winners finals. If not, we're going to have a clash to see who's going to be more comfortable heading into trying to grab this top spot. But of course, you only need to be in top 8 to be able to qualify for the finals, which will happen a little bit down the way in the year.
Yeah, honestly, I think my X Factor kind of goes out to Galaxy Butter, right? The Ken player. We have a lot of different players out tonight, a lot of different characters, a lot of Kens, a lot of Cammies. We also got that, that wild Blanca player, Muck. So we'll see what kind of happens. It's anybody's game. Street Fighter 6 is so young. We just had a new character drop. Won't be legal tonight, of course. Gonna wait some time before that does happen. But
hopefully legal soon. I know people really want to see how this character works at higher and higher levels, and best way to get footage is through streams like ours. So let's hope we get the okay to let her loose, and then maybe Jay Wong will come and visit with an Aki of his own.
Come back and grace it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He's just gonna show up for the last week to make sure that he stays in the top 8.
I think she's interesting. She introduces a new semblance of game plan to the whole game, so you'll love to see that. But we're getting onto the bracket very soon here, guys. For your top 8 of World Warrior here, we're gonna go to the winner semis, finals.
Yeah, Noodle and Dive and Drive should be up on deck right now. It's going to be actually a Cammy mirror that we've seen since the beginning of this tournament, and more specifically, we've seen these two play since World Warrior 1 for Canada West. Actually, I think this was the second match we commentated, actually, me and Bear. So to have Shaw with me to do a run back here is actually a great time.
Yeah, it's definitely comes back to me for sure. The Capcom mirror is kind of one of those things that you can joke and say whoever dive picks last dives best, right? But it really will come down to, I think, a lot of patience. How can we use low forward and the drive rush to the best of their ability? Make sure you're kind of keeping that great spacing and punish accordingly, because Candy thrives on getting her max punishes, especially in burnout.
Yeah, and if we've seen how Justin played this mirror before, even diving is not safe against Cammy. Cammy players, of course, able to buffer that DP out. It comes at a perfect angle to really challenge, and of course that invulnerability, if you want to burn the meter to make it ever so much stronger. You really got to watch out when you're in the air as much you are playing on the ground with that low forward drive rush.
Yeah, also one thing I've been seeing Cammys do a lot more too in just her matches is doing level 3. It's so quick, it covers the screen. A whole bunch of real estate here, so maybe we'll see that later in the match, but we're gonna get right onto it. Noodle Drive and Dive's already going in right now, pushing there, getting the momentum.
Yeah, and Dive and Drive actually showing a lot of DPs previous week, so you saw Noodle try to hard bait, and it doesn't go well immediately. Oh, an unfortunate DP. Dive and Drive is gonna take an early lead here on 2 punishes.
Yeah, but try to get outside of the range, right on the low forward, like we talked about earlier. Maybe obscure the spacing on the drive. Nice jump and a DP for your trebles.
Yeah, keep your pressure clean. And like I said, those DPs will stuff the dive kicks in this mirror match. You gotta be careful as you take it to the sky. Another one for Noodle, and it's catching back up.
Yeah, this is pretty even so far. Looking pretty good. Nice touch on the toes. Burn out for you on that side, but it's looking pretty good here. Gonna mash out. Back throw, get the positioning.
Both players in burnout, so no heavy aggression. A jump in, tries to DP the gap. No gap exists. The first round goes to dive and drive, gets to keep the meter for the next.
Yeah, so many gambles on these DPs we're already seeing very early, Suika, and it's proven pretty good in the early game, but late game, it's kind of curtains.
Yeah, I think dive and drive definitely catching a whiff of what Noodle is looking for, and if you're just gonna hard bait the DP in your own pressure, yeah, take the punishes. Another anti-air dive or a DP here. Noodle's gonna have the corner position. No walk up for the throw, however, and we're gonna swap sides.
Okay, just bait out another option. I like these jump backs and forwards. Just make sure we can bait out an anti-air option. Maybe get some data to the process. Ooh, trade, drive, impact, the jump dive kick. Did you see that, Swigga?
Yeah, you know, sometimes you win scrambles like that, but sometimes you lose and the pressure completely flips over. Nice up back from dive and drive. Takes a little bit of... Oh, you are so dead, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were back in a very similar situation, ended up burnout at the very end. You know, and it's looking like a pretty even game despite their, you know, dive and drives winning that pretty convincingly, 1-0 over there. Honestly, I think it's just a matter of a little bit of cleanup, maybe a little bit of warm-up is needed.
Yeah, Noodle has shown that with a little bit of time in a set, they are able to kind of pick up the pieces and clean up. But if they keep making mistakes against dive and drive, a 2-0 lead is still hard to overcome.
Ooh. Great conversion and the side swap once again, baiting the DP. Noodle, I think, is getting the number on these defensive options.
Yeah, and sometimes it just takes one baited DP to really shut down the idea. Dive and drive, though, has been known to throw them anyways, so we'll see if dive and drive is really affected.
Nope, definitely not. I'm gonna keep swinging for the fences. You know, I love it. Just don't give up. Try again.
Dive and drive really understands comedic timing when doing these comedic duos. Another with throw. Noodle might be just mistiming their own pressure. Either that's delay of some sort or something's up.
Tick throw. Burnout on that side there. Gonna be trying to look for another whiff here. Pressure. Nice throw. One more strike throw scenario. Ooh, great anti-air.
Has been really good on these anti-airs actually. And if some of those didn't whiff, Noodle might be in a better position. Goes up for a throw after the backhand, of course. Scrambly situation with the frame data there, and a throw to capitalize on the confusion. Noodle evens it up 1-1, and we'll see how it goes. A nice TK dive though to catch the jab out.
Yeah, really, no of these players are really out of it there. Oh, another DP for your troubles. Honestly, it's ending up on these matches who can bait out the DP first and get that momentum. But honestly, it's not deterring either Candy from keep throwing it out, as we're seeing.
Yeah, DP is such a valuable tool. You really can't, like, you really can't
live by your dive high.
Yeah, you can't seal it. It's way too good, especially against these dive kicks. I was about to say it, but dive and drive again has my back on a commentary sense.
Yeah, the Sky is not your friend. There we go. We're gonna go with the level 1. Midge of health left.
Oh,
great once again.
Wow.
What up? What
Run
sweep?
Run up sweep.
All
Probably
right.
tried.
A little unconventional, but I like it.
Yeah, Noodle's been really good about these DPs. So either Noodle is buffering them in accordance to dive and drive's movement, or just caught Noodle trying to walk away with a dash up sweep. Recovers in time.
Which might mean like you might be able to bait that out pretty easily with a good time shimmy.
Ooh, can't get the cross cut this time around. You can see that they were kind of working towards it. Nice confirm. Burn a little bit of meter, not burned out just yet, so you get a little more pressure, or a guaranteed stun against the wall if you don't react with your level 1.
Yeah, got the charge tool again on the overhead there. Didn't get essentially max damage, but we get DP, and this might be a reversal situation. Dive drives. Oh my God, Noodle got caught lacking.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was if Noodle was poking or if that was a missed input. It may just not. Maybe dive and drive was just right on point at that moment. Saw that the poke came out. Oh, punish counter on the dive though. Very rare to see it actually.
Yeah, very well timed. Probably made the read on it. Once again with the sweep, punish accordingly.
Ooh, tried to air throw. I saw that. I can see the frames. Good, just a little bit of patience. Doesn't want to give away too much, especially in the corner when your DP can whiff.
Nice.
But not that one.
Yeah, Noodle has been so ready.
Walking into boot.
Been so ready for all these air approach options. I think that right now, Noodle has just been controlling the air because that's the way you establish your ground game, is by anti-airing.
Yeah, big anti-air is definitely going to stop someone from trying. Well, unless you're dive and drive, who really, really likes dive kicking and playing around that.
It's in the name. Yeah, look at the name.
It is in the name. There it is again. Dive and drive, not deterred, but the game should be turning around here.
Yeah, there we go. Looking very clean from Noodle. Got everything according to plan.
It's gonna be up to Noodle though to kind of change fate here. With the set going 1-1 each way every time, it's gonna be dive and drive's take unless Noodle keeps one more trick up their sleeve in the long set and the adjustment game.
Yeah, I think we probably need to see a little bit more chilling out on like these lazy jump-ins, and also just on defense too. These DPs are not doing any favors on this pressure. But speaking of pressure, here we go.
That was a nice, that was a nice jump in and tip throw. Again, you can't react to dive kick with drive impact. Generally, they'll recover, but it is most certainly sometimes safe.
I'm liking the difference in footings here. We're seeing dive and drives use sweep by Noodle, using low forward, and that's quite the difference in a button. Oh, but not get the full conversion. Rambles once again, Suika.
Ooh, we're gambling. That time he just kicked him on the way up. Didn't even dive. Another. Oh my God! Keep a counter, everybody. It's going up. We're probably at 15 by now.
Yeah, definitely having positive on the anti-air abilities here, and a great punish the boot on the spin knuckle. Are you kidding me, Noodle? Noodle looking prime right now.
And this is the first time Noodle's had a lead in these swapping games here. So dive and drive needs to work back. Might be a good time. Noodle definitely at the deficit when it comes to drive meter. Oh, great poke. Does not confirm, however, and dive and drive gets an opportunity. Sends it.
And that's potentially your last DP until you get more drive gauge. Gonna go for the throw loop.
Yeah, interesting that dive and drive did not have faith in that spin knuckle plus frames. Oh, the counter strike hits, but it's a little too high for the link. And
nice.
It's looking so bad for dive and drive. Needs to weather the storm just a little bit. Is the chip out enough?
Yes, it is, Suika. There we go. Noodle taking it 3-2 for dive and drives. Yeah, that was a great checkmate scenario too. Not much you can really do in there. I think at the end there we saw dive and drives unfortunately kind of mess up some dive kicks, and that just gave credence to Noodle to take over.
And it's really hard to like establish your own dive kick game and have control of it when you're getting DP'd out of over half of them. That was a lot of DPs. Well placed, mind you, but good DPs on the anti-air to really stop dive and drive from doing half of their namesake. They didn't even do the drive part.
That's true. Was a little bit too focused on the dive, not enough drive, and yeah, even when so, use it mostly for just DPs. Use it on defense, and that's just kind of like the choices you have to live with. That is what Street Fighter 6 is about: is using your resources. You can live with your choices.
Now that's not to say that dive and drive didn't play well. In fact, 3-2 is much better than what I thought would occur, considering the kind of the scores that I've been seeing from dive and drive. And they still have another chance in losers round 1. Looks like they're gonna end up having to play, or lose round 2 rather. Probably have to play the winner of Cerro Blast and Lowenator.
Oh my God! And losers.
Yeah, in losers. But before we can even get to there, we have another match coming up between Blanca and Luke Sandblast. That's Muck versus Mike X. Should be coming up soon. Again, Mike X, our last World Warrior winner. And Muck, I think for the first time we saw him in top 8, was also the last World Warrior here in Canada West.
Everybody has a chance to get those points here, and they're definitely gonna do it right now. Muck versus Mike X. Now, both these players are kind of crazy. They play out of their mind. Mike X is just so good about putting on the pressure. Also, just very clean with the inputs. Does not really miss the perfect knuckles at all. As Luke really needs. He needs to have that little bit of execution to make the difference here. Now, Muck is one to kind of back off, and if you're just not paying no mind, I'm going to slip in a little Blanca chin. I'm going to throw it out. Get a little cameo in there.
Yeah, we got a little bit of bias, but that's okay. We love bias here. Ooh, good start from Muck, though. Just gonna get the... Ooh, I was about to say you're gonna get the corner pressure, but unfortunately, you miss the lightning, and now Mike X gets to play.
Run Sandblast, cover this horizontal space, and the check coming out from Mike X. Wasted no time there.
Ooh, tried to get some +6 action, but unfortunately, with the dive, and now Mike X gets to finish the round.
We're talking about that damage. Mike X put it to good effect.
Yeah, Luke definitely a character that just sends damage their way with solid neutral tools. And against a character like Blanca, who sometimes just loses a neutral interaction, really, Luke might be a really hard matchup. At least in my eyes. Someone's gonna tell me otherwise, and I'll have to agree. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Once again, the check on the dashes are really what's setting there. Oh my god, the cross up on the air dive ball?
Yeah, and you know those air dive balls definitely for the plus frames, but if you can get out of a situation, we'll take those. Nice. Gets a little bit of a punish here, and just gonna send it.
Yeah, level 2 is gonna get the install. Great conversion on the block of ball follow-ups. Get the block and chance to go. Oh, but try to use it. Watch out!
That was actually kind of cute from Muck. It's gonna get a little bit more.
And the command grab there. Oh my god, what are we talking about? Muck is a wily one.
Muck is in fact a wily one. The thing with Blanca-chan is, unlike most games I'm used to, they don't go away when you hit the person. So when you decide to hit Blanca, little Blanca-chan coming out from the corner.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Usually it's kind of like unconventional in a game like this, but something Blanca strong. And also, wow, what a great check. Mike X catching onto these defensive options while in the corner.
All right, returning to mid-screen. Fortuitous for Muck, but still definitely behind. Slide gets punished. 3 meter on deck. And it's time to go to...
Time to go to Memphis. All the way down to Memphis.
You know, there's only one thing I want to do in Memphis. That's watch the Grizzlies. I miss my Vancouver Grizzlies, but getting beat down there, I'm not sure if I want to go. Mike X gonna take the first one over Muck, and Muck had a great round too. Hopefully we can extend that to a great round 4 here.
I like the idea of Muck's doing turn, just pushing Mike X slowly to the corner. Wait for an option, goes right back in. I'm liking this big
Korean backdash! I don't know who saw this, but you know, backdash into the corner and wake up to dodge a throw is gonna cause enough chaos that we return back to neutral in mid-screen. Punish on the whip! That's like the 3rd whip dive roll. And that's kind of really sending, oh, wow, no punish. I'm not
You're
sure
right,
there's a punish.
it's definitely telling. We're getting a little bit of a scramble here to go for the throw lips scenario here. We're in burnout, you gotta hold this.
Oh, tried to throw and got
my
punched for
God.
your troubles.
Yeah, Jack's right into the face there.
Ooh, I wonder what the parries are for. Probably trying to call out a sandblast, but
It might be a bait,
there.
right?
Ooh, maybe. Catch a reaction on the drive rush, perhaps.
Yeah, potentially. I kind of like the idea, right? Like, I obscure the intention.
Ooh, great punish.
Beast mode, baby. Oh, the beast mode whips. Doesn't matter. We got the undo button. We got the drive impact. We're still in there.
Muck still has drive gauge, and there's no way they're dead from what's about to happen.
You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you pretty
What's
sure?
the play? He's just gonna get chunked.
You know what?
He's just gonna get chunked.
We got picked up anyways. I feel like, you know, Muck was a little bit deer in the headlights on there. Not to say they didn't play too bad there, but 2-0 on Mike X here. Great jump in on the startup of the Sandblast. That's what I like to see. Muck taking the initiative going in here.
Ooh, and another catch in the backdash. Mike X is gonna have to rotate their defensive options against throw because backdash only gonna work once. Oh, goes for the up forward this time around. Oh,
I like the idea. Right reversal will keep you in there. Level 1 wake up.
and if I were Muck, I'm okay with that. The meter being gone from Mike X is more valuable to me than what is effectively 1/6 of my HP. Mike X still has to work their way back in, and wow, sends the roll from full screen, catches the gap between sandblasts.
Yeah,
Take
Muck,
round 1.
I think it's doing a good job of just like catching on to the rhythm that Mike X likes to play. What?
And yeah, you bring up a good point. That's kind of a play style of Mike X. Mike X really wants to get into a comfortable rhythm. We're gonna install for my safety. Get scoop once.
Yeah, you're so scared of the level 2. Great time to pull out the command grab. Gonna hold this pressure. Goes area. What a jump from Mike X. Turn the whole thing around. Gonna make Muck lose out on this level 2 usage. And a stun, Tweeka. You know what it is.
That was actually so smart from Mike X just to try and parry the dive roll, because even if it didn't parry, it created a situation that was probably really unfamiliar for Muck. Maybe even killed some like input for another charge motion. You can never tell with the screen stop. Ooh, nice hit.
I'm not sure with that level 2, but you kind of just wasted your meter there. But it doesn't matter. Mike X not deterred. Nice parry.
Oh, you know what it means to have a perfect meaty. It means the parries can be just as perfect. However, the situation turns once again. Mike X, ooh, this time gets the dive roll for the plus frames, but doesn't get much. Does get out, and that might be more than enough.
Good on Mike X not to let Muck steal the quarter so freely. To use the X ball. Pressure come up from Mike X. Oh, the air reset.
And now doesn't have. No, the ball got sent and it was jumped over. Check my plus frames because you're in burnout. 2 meters last.
Hey, you gotta be very careful. Oh, the chip is coming.
I wonder if he just says, "Oh, Punish trying to." Oh, I don't know what that was.
Oh, we talked about it earlier. Muck is that type of player that is willing to throw a block and chan in a pinch full screen, but that time it wasn't to their advantage, as we're seeing Mike X taking it pretty convincingly there with their padded Luke.
I wonder what they were whiffing the crouching heavy punch for, just because the Blanca Chan was already out. I think the situation was pretty safe overall. However, with the big normal, and of course Luke Sandblast gonna do as the Pokemon do, use their one really good move, Sandblast, in that position. So
sometimes the palms are sweaty and you have some missed inputs at the most inopportune times.
Yeah,
unfortunate stuff. Muck will go down to losers. Get another chance though.
Yeah, gonna have to fight the winner of MTR and Galaxy Butter, so that's gonna be another banger of a set.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, couldn't be me. But Mike X gonna get to meet Noodle for I think this is a run back again. Though, can you really like imagine any other two people being here? If you look at the top of our leaderboard with Noodle and Mike X always scrapping it out, at least near the top 3, probably top 4. Speaking of scrapping it out, sorry to interrupt you one more time. I'm stepping on toes today because I'm hyped up on coffee.
Hey, you good?
Coffee that I need you guys to help fund over at the Matcherino. There's an asterisk there though, because the Matcherino does not fund me for my coffee. I pay for it out of pocket. But we can change that eventually. But we'll have to talk about it we're gonna have to talk about it for World Warrior Season 3, you know? But if you guys want to contribute and help these players out with a little bit of cash in their pockets, we got 50 codes to claim, and of course they are free. 3 clicks is all you need to help everybody out with anything you got.
I mean, you got 5 seconds, just a few clicks. It's so easy. It's free real estate. It's free money going back to the players, going back to the whole shebang. Please get it in there. We love to see it.
Yeah, and of course the Matcherino, as I say every week, also has all the information of World Warrior. So if you want some reading material along with that, feel free to click that Matcherino. I think ! Matcherino is the play here. But the play that we're going to have to watch now is going to be MTR versus Galaxy Butter.
Yeah,
MTR, MTR, of course, the well-played Chun-Li from last week that we've only seen once of, and Galaxy Butter, a runner that you are hoping to see kind of make it through. The Ken player.
Yeah, no stranger to this bracket here. Galaxy Butter doing it with the Ken. You know, one of the best characters in the game. If some people, the best character, right? And that's, you know, depending who you talk to. Now Chun-Li, a character that has slowly been on the bell curve, right? Slowly been a character that has been in people's eyes. We saw Haitani do it well with, you know, modern Chun-Li. But of course, if you're playing classic Chun-Li, you get the opportunity to use a little more stance switches, right? Get that high-low mix-up going. So this character's utility and buttons are nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, Chun-Li, of course, legacy character with legacy tools.
Right.
And MTR is, of course, a classic of the Vancouver Street Battle team. Player that we've seen even way before I started showing up for the anime games. So a lot of classical skill to showcase, as long as they don't get run down by this Ken, because we've seen Galaxy Butter go on some tears.
Already get the party started. MTR. There we go. The challenge from Galaxy Butter too. We've seen Galaxy Butter already establish a throw there. Probably gonna use a standing fierce to hopefully get a drive rush in, or just do it raw like we seen right there.
Yeah, unfortunately just caught standing for just a bit. Nothing too crazy. However, losing a lot of these up-close encounters. Great! Oh, but it was a great reaction, but a better reaction from Galaxy Butter. The younger man wins out. Sent to the corner. This should kill, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. We're already out of there. The damage from Ken, you'd already know what it is. And I gotta think to say that it might have been a light Dragon Lash that gave time for Galaxy Butter to drive impact accordingly.
That's true. If it was the heavy Dragon Lash, of course, a lot slower, a lot easier to punish with the drive impact as a poke back. Oh! As I was talking, overheads are a knocking.
Okay, waiting for it. I'm sure there we go. Putting the pressure on, going in with the overhead, corner carry.
Great throw tech. That's going to be essential for when you get your back sent to the corner. Counter hand, unfortunately, no confirm. A little bit of weariness, but of course we got long sets here. MTR might be able to adjust as we go along if they're unable to close it out, but gets a good hit here. Level 2 gonna send him into the sky. What's the play?
Potential mix-up, yep. Oh, I got inside! I love that. Oh my god. I was about to say, level 2 is so good with a mix-up opportunity, and you saw it right there for MTR. Use the drive rush to look like he might go on the other side, but with the normal, just to stop short right in the front.
Oh, unfortunately had a great DP opportunity, but was just a little bit late. And now we're stuck in the corner. Shin kick to restand, keep that pressure going. Jumps over the Koken, very clean. 3 meters on deck, should send it all the way home.
Yeah, give it all there. Use level 3 to the Shinyu.
Let's go, Justin.
Yeah, he's not here today, but you know, we got him in spirit. Don't worry about it.
We got him in spirit. This is the matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. If people who don't even play Street Fighter know about Ken and Chun-Li, right?
Exactly. Another shin kick just to restand the pressure. Oh, what a whiff punish! And you know MTR is looking for that just by their movement.
I'm liking it. These fake outs coming from MTR, I'm loving the playstyle so far. Whereas Galaxy Butter is just like, I'm gonna send it full sail. Yeah,
Ken definitely the full send character. Not in Burnout anywhere close even. So maybe not sending it enough, but we're gonna see how it goes. This much life is pretty much nothing to Ken with a couple of hits. Oh, and a long shimmy! An extended shimmy!
The shimmy of all shimmies of all time there. Yeah, the great whack.
What's the overhead?
Oh my god, there we go!
No shot. Just threw a fireball after walking backwards, and it was just enough space to make to get a whiff punish on MTR. Definitely a little bit of luck involved there.
There we go. Strike throw already established there. Once again, the walk back speed doing great favors to Galaxy Butter. We're already in the corner. Now you have to hold this.
PK legs?
Yep, that's a great option.
And I think that's the first reversal DP we've seen Galaxy Butter do, which is a big change from what I remember from week 2. Uh-oh.
Did you catch the double Dragon Lash pressure?
I did.
Oh my god, but it led to this.
I caught it, and I also would have barred incorrectly and died.
Oh, it's looking all good for Galaxy Butter right now. 2-0 against MTR. You know, that's not saying anything bad against MTR. MTR is playing very well. We've seen some clever tricks been brought out, but you might need to finish your play.
Yeah, especially against a character like Ken, any time an opportunity is presented, yeah, a standing light kick into drive rush sent to the corner, and a Barry heavy blip. What?
Oil War Warriors do this.
Did you ever realize?
I thought we were commentating Barry for a second.
Yeah, did you ever expect that when you landed that standing light kick, I was gonna mash the heaviest button I had?
I mean, expect the unexpected. Galaxy Butter put it on the pressure. This standing fierce, it is so damn active. So is
it's extremely active. A little bit late on the jump, but gets the cross up.
Fire.
We don't want throws in this game. Oh, great hit. It's gonna interrupt. Oh, but you're so. I was gonna say dead, but I'm
very
wrong.
close to it. Yeah, you're gonna be very patient here if you want to stay alive. MTR can definitely make this comeback. Has to find a low forward. And the check from the jab from Galaxy Butter.
I wonder what the frame dead is on that, because on top of being in Burnout, to be able to jab like that is very, very ballsy. Though with a two game lead, of course, do what you wish.
Yeah, maybe Galaxy Butter thought it was in their favor with the risk reward. We're establishing the throw already, but here comes the strike potentially. Dragon Lash, wait for the option. I like the patience from MTR.
And again, back to this footsie game that MTR was preferring in game 2. Unfortunately, gets a little hasty. Wants to really take back some of the games here. Wow. Walk forward throw. That was insane. It was like for 2 frames.
I love that option too. We've seen Galaxy Butter try to shimmy so hard. That's kind of the counter to it. But here comes MTR. We push Galaxy Butter into the corner now.
Another
Galaxy Butter's like, I am not want to be in the corner. I'm in burnout.
So dead.
Oh no.
All it takes one button. All it takes is one button. There was another great play from MTR checking the shimmy with a low, but unfortunately, when your pressure has enough of a gap that you can match a standing leg kick confirm like that, it do be over sometimes. It do be over.
I think that's what you're kind of seeing there is Ken has some of the best X factor being in comeback wise, right? With the damage. We saw so many times that MTR had great moments, had great parts of the whole series of the match there, but it really was Galaxy Butter is just like, all right, I'm gonna jump out and I'm gonna smack you and turn the whole thing back around there. It was really just a matter of like damage, I feel sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes learning how to leash a Ken comes with getting burned by a DP, but if you're able to play around that game and finish all your combos, taking a DP is the least of your worries when you could score so much back. Unfortunately for MTR, they're gonna have to show us if they can do it the next World Warrior, because this was losers. They will be eliminated. Not too bad, making it at 7th. That's still points in the bank. And with some players not being here weekly, here every World Warrior, they might be able to progress into the top 8 of the bracket, or the top 8 of the leaderboard, that is.
Yeah, they were definitely on the leaderboard. You already saw it earlier. Had some points already accumulated, so yeah, that's pretty good for them.
We'll see if they're able to accumulate enough to make it into a qualifier spot. That being said, we're gonna move on to another Ken match against Lowenator. Not sure I've seen Lowenator show up at all during World Warrior for top 8s.
Hey, I'm not familiar. This will be a surprise for everybody.
Do I need to call Bear? Be like, hey Bear, who's this Lowenator fella?
Use your lifeline.
Yeah, first time World Warrior top 8. We're gonna see if they can make a shakeup here, because they're fighting against a player that most of Canada should know. One of the best of the last game. It's Cero Blast.
Ooh, a Jamie player. I love to see this too. Jamie is such a character that can catch you off guard with just how many just toolkits and gimmicks he has.
Yeah, sometimes a character that might seem weak might cover more things than you ever thought. Or we could just send it with Palm, as the memes do depict.
Yeah, try to sneak in. Already got 2 drinks on deck there, thanks to the turret combo.
You know, with the way parry is, keeping Jamie out is not too detrimental. You can always build back that drive bay. Ooh, great spacing here from Cero Blast, able to get some pretty valuable poke here. Oh wow, great stuff. Go
Cero
time,
Blast
baby.
is not gonna let you have that for free here. One more strike throw for the check. Oh my god, time on the meaty. Okay, Lowenator, can you turn this all back around? Throw loop, you're gonna take this?
Drive impact! Drive impact, baby! Wait, are you dead? 2 meter on deck.
Oh, no. I like the idea going for the command grab. Hasn't shown that all quite yet. Had 3 drinks on deck to go for that mix-up, but I think Cero Blast realized the situation and might have been a little too greedy.
Well, when you get thrown a couple of times in the corner, sometimes you just think about not getting thrown the next time. That includes command grabs, unfortunately. Lowenator gonna take a big life deficit at the start here. Unfortunately, cannot react to the drive impact after landing. It's hard to do. Oh no, mashing on frame traps and mashing on wake up.
Yeah, Cero Blast is saying, I'm not gonna miss my meat this time. I'm not letting you have any semblance of a comeback. Cero Blast playing so strongly. We saw there the whiff jab into the drive rush there, just in case you had any sudden movement, and I think Lowenator did.
Yeah, Lowenator definitely went for a drive rush of their own. You could see the green blur, unfortunately, stuffed by the jab. Great punish counter. Unfortunately, he'll do more. Gets it again anyways with a spacing trap. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it was great. I don't know what Jamie does, so everything looks great for Jamie.
Okay, it's going to drive rush in, going to keep the pressure going. Not gonna waste any time
plus?
to get the drinks. I think it is. There we go. DP, make this hurt.
Oh. This character's so good.
This character's is absolutely
cool. Oh,
shimmy! The shimmy into the low forward. You know what it is. Lowenator going low.
You know, much to their namesake. I'm starting to see a rising trend in the players here. The shimmies are lasting for more and more time. Eventually, we're gonna have a 10-second shimmy, and I'll be there to commentate it. Wake up, throw, a little worried, gonna get overhead, but no, confirm. At least I think you can confirm with a crouching light punch on the Ken overhead meaty. Great drive impact through the fireball. Gonna make it a little bit back here.
Yeah, just the backdash coming from Cereblast. Ooh, you know, that was sick. You got the conversion on the fireball. It is definitely possible once again. Stuffed with the standing light kick.
Oh, frame kill into standing medium punch.
Looking really impressive right now for Cereblast here. It's honestly just a matter of just like anytime like Jamie thinks about going in, either I check you or I go to you.
Another shimmy, but doesn't bite this time around. Gonna get chucked once. Once is okay. Sends the DP, but the DP can be beaten.
That was a call out and a half from Cereblast. He knowed exactly what Lowenator wanted to go for. It's almost like you maybe play this matchup a little bit.
Well, Cereblast known to play a lot in net play, so surely they've seen their fair share of Jamie. Finish the job, yeah. Round one was great for Lowenator, but unfortunately, Cereblast cleans it up and they will take it.
You are seeing the strength of, honestly, a pro player. There were so many times that anytime Lowenator thinks about throwing a normal, and if it whiffs, Cereblast is just there every single time to catch it.
All right, one drink. 2 drinks.
A 1, a 2. Can you get 3?
That's what we're looking for today. Will the count with us? Great DP though. Oh!
Delay on the overhead. Just trying to back off, get right outside of the range. Okay, just a raw sweep. Go for it. Why not? It can be tricky sometimes.
It can be, especially with how Cereblast is trying to play footsies here. Getting caught walking back quite a bit. Oh, the dive is so fast. Unfortunately, can't get much afterwards. And if we know a character that can make comebacks, it's this one. What a check.
I am not sure about that one, Lowenator, but you know what? Cereblast will take that scot-free.
Oh, maybe not.
I might eat my words here. Okay, Lowenator, this is your chance.
Oh, unfortunately.
Unconventional dive kick, honestly.
Yeah, the Cereblast found himself in a spot that I don't think any of the dive kicks cover. And you can tell even Cereblast whipped the throw and recovered in time because the dive kick could not connect.
I don't know if you saw the shenanigans that happened earlier. The catch on the fireball finally did happen there. Looking pretty good for Cereblast in the health department.
Backing up. Nice punish counter.
Getting fierce is honestly is Jamie's best button. It's to be so good against a character like Ken.
Ooh, opts not to take a drink, instead gonna play for some rush down instead. Puts out a drive impact. No answer from Cereblast, which is great.
Waiting out the storm, but you can't wait out long enough. Drive impact, you did not react, so you're taking a level 3. All right, I'll give you a chance. Nah, just kidding. I'm gonna kick your ass. We're gonna get the combo. Yes, we are. Oh man!
Oh, the reset!
That was dirty.
Cheeky.
That was dirty. Oh my God, Lowenator, the robbery out here.
That was cute. A big fan of that, but unfortunately now you're 3 meters down. And Cereblast is gonna send it again, just like in game 1. Gonna have a massive life lead that you're gonna have to work against.
I think honestly, I like the idea. You also get the drive gauge back in the process. Gonna stand right at the optimal distance. Oh, fortunately, did not get the answer here. I thought they'd be looking for it.
Yeah, I think if there's with a wild card like Lowenator, you want to be anti-airing them as much as possible when they make those jumps. But it's still looking good for Cereblast. Sends out a reversal. I think it's the first one that connects, but that's okay. We could take one of those as long as we win one more neutral exchange. Unfortunate for Lowenator to run into Cereblast, but a great showing actually with a character that I've seen for the first time in World Warrior. Pretty happy actually. I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, honestly, Lowenator should be proud in their own right, getting that far with a character like Jamie. Jamie, and I said before, Street Fighter 6 is a game where every character can have a shot at doing some wild, crazy things. And as you saw right there, Lowenator, I think, played to the strengths of Jamie, although played it in their kind of way, right? Didn't go, like, was willing to be content with going for level 1 or level 2 drink playstyle Jamie, right? Didn't want to go too ham on the drinks because they want to make sure that Ken didn't have any time to get any pressure. But unfortunately, Sarah Blast just different.
Yeah, and when you have a character with flaws versus a character that's so well-rounded, sometimes things can feel magnified. Though, if Manon can keep medals, Jamie should at least like be still half drunk, you know? I mean, half.
You don't get sober that quick, right?
Yeah, half healed by the herbal tea, you know? And you know what I'm saying?
That's right. It is herbal. I mean, I think that's how it is, right? Like these characters that have a two-step process to their game plan always have to play a little bit differently. Where like Ken, like you mentioned, has the toolkit to kind of just, all right, I can just go. I can just do what I want immediately.
Yeah, as much as a mechanic doesn't like to use a multi-tool, Ken is the perfect multi-tool for most occasions, if not all.
Swiss Army knife, yeah.
Swiss Army knife of actual construction. So it's gonna be pretty hard, but we're gonna to kind of relax from a situation like that. We will probably be moving into a break, but before we do that, I'd like to shout out Wednesday Night Fights World Warrior. Of course, that's what you guys are watching today, the World Warrior Pro Tour 2023. And we got a couple more weeks left here for the World Warrior. As you can see, there's going to be a large break between today and the next session, which will be October 24th. I say session, that's my D&D in me talking. But October 24th is when you see Canada next. And there's going to be a week break between us now to US West. So make sure you keep your schedules updated if you want to keep daily, just because the schedule's a little wonky from here on out. But that's the schedule, how it's looking like right now.
We're getting very close here. The year is going by very, very fast. Sooner enough, we'll get to the end, the Capcom Pro Tour Finals, where somebody's gonna win that moolah, the million. You know what I'm talking
Someone's gonna win the big million. It's not gonna be me. I didn't get to play once, but I've been having a great time
here, brother.
Yeah, I've been having a great time. Of course, shout outs to the Level Up team for allowing us this time, and yeah, shout outs to you. Thank you for joining us on such late notice, of course. Now, you guys are aware, usually I'm joined by another, but today it is Shaw, who I've gotten to commentate with before. It's been a great time, but we're not done yet. So after this break, we'll be coming back with Losers Quarters. Welcome back, everybody, to Capcom Pro Tour World Warrior 2023 here at Level Up Live. We have a banger of a matchup. The Blanca from winner side is coming back. That is Muck versus Galaxy Butter, the Ken from outer space.
The Ken from outer space. Yeah, definitely playing out of this world for sure. You know, these I think these players have definitely played before in our VSD tournaments as well. I mean, no surprise, these players are very good in their own right. And of course, looking at the loser side and the other side, we had Dive and Drive for Sarah Blast. We just had a crazy match, of course, Sarah Blast and Lowenator. Lowenator pulling out the JB, like you said, a character that has never made it this far in our World Warrior series, and one character you said you haven't seen at all.
I haven't seen it all. Besides the times I've played them on the streets, still don't know what they do, but
the streets.
I'm much of a streets grinder, but we are not here on the streets. We're in the arena today, heading into Muck versus Galaxy Butter. Whenever they're ready, I'm here that they're ready to swing.
Hey, you summoned them. There we go. Muck, Galaxy Butter, we're gonna get right to it there. Now we saw in early matches, like, you know, Muck pulled out a lot of shenanigans too. We saw so many times, you know, the air ball, and you know, with great air ball comes great responsibility. But you know what? Galaxy Butter just says, like, if I can get the momentum, maybe none of that will happen.
Ooh, the drive rush jab got checked by Muck's dive ball. A little scrambly afterwards, but Muck does get the corner position. However, a bar it out, knows that the plus frames don't matter if I don't care. Nice jump out of the command grab, though.
Yeah, Galaxy Butter already catching on. How many turns? Muck wants to steal off the rib here. And that sweep, a little overzealous. Galaxy Butter gonna be on point with that punish to boot.
Yeah, the spacing of that sweep might be dubious at best, though. I don't recall if it could be.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Just winning small neutral interactions is more than enough. At best, that's -2. Great check by Galaxy Butter. And now you're stuck in the corner against Ken. Parry's gonna whiff, counter hit, send to the corner. 3 meters gonna be on deck. Should be more than enough to send him home.
A little goes a long way, and Galaxy Butter is showing that in spades right now with a perfect KO. No, mind you, gonna get one over Muck already. Now, this is the strength of Ken. Makes matches go by really fast, so it's gonna be see on Muck. Can we change the tempo this week? Can we turn this around?
We can. I think that if Muck can win a hard interaction in neutral, great parry, doesn't have to deal with the situation. If he wins one good knockdown, the game could flip flop. We've seen Galaxy Butter fall for some pretty solid Oki before. We're gonna see if he can do it now.
I like the idea of using the Jinrai kick. If he can't punish it, at least you'll get some drive gauge out of it.
Nice bait on the DP.
Get that corner carry and the meaty drive impact on the wake up. You gotta be ready for it.
We're gonna need a Jamie drinking game. Get your herbal teas out every time we have to deal with a meaty
take a
drive
sip.
rush.
Yeah, take a sip every time a meaty drive rush comes up. So I guarantee you guys will get loose like Jamie. Depending on how the match goes.
you guys too will be doing command grabs. Send to the corner. Of course, Tatu, great corner carry, great anti-air.
Yeah, honestly, a call out. Probably knew the exact option that Muck wanted to go for. Of course, here is the level 2, and you're gonna have to do a blockage chant. Or not! You just get stuffed by the fireball?
So it seems, actually. Very good, because now Muck's running out of time on the install. The timer doesn't matter. With the stun in the corner.
You know, honestly, you gotta feel a little bit bad for Muck. We saw that earlier where they try to use the level 2 to get some advantage state, and then they just lose it kind of immediately, not get to use the full power of it. But you know what? No quarter here. Galaxy Butter gonna take it 2-0.
Galaxy Butter wants to raise themselves up on the leaderboard, and who can blame them with a prize suit of, I think it's $7,000 for just the regional area.
Just this, right?
Yeah, just the regional.
The big money.
Exactly. And there's so much time between now and later that if Galaxy Butter improves, they could be walking home with the big money. And it all starts with a bait.
Yeah, using this stop sign, drive rush like we're seeing so many times here.
Ooh, nice Abare. Gonna use EX Lightning. Send him full screen, get some space. Maybe a little bit of time to think. Burning themselves out for a little bit of plus frames, but it's okay. The momentum is theirs.
Don't do anything for a mix-up.
Try.
Okay, we should meet you air to air. Yeah, I like the idea. Galaxy Butter is just staying on Muck.
Ooh, you can't ball. Not against the fireball.
All is life.
Overhead connects. Check out my plus frames. Walks backwards to bait the throw.
Yeah, Galaxy Butter feels like just kind of going through the motions, and Muck is floundering. Honestly, so many scramble situations that they're unable to clean up. But let's see if the momentum is on their side. Here we go, Muck.
Great combo. The corner position is also just as good. And finally gets to use an opportunity to be plus on their level 2 activation. They had it.
They definitely did have it. They've had it so many times, but unable to clean it up all the way, though. But Galaxy Butter ain't gonna miss those. And now you're in the corner against Ken, one of the scariest places to be. Punish counter throw. That's a grip of damage.
There's no way there's no way the combo kills. The stun paration?
James Chen, where you at, baby?
The stun paration, please. He's not even in critical art. Oh,
you're right.
So
yeah, absolutely. He was very close to being CA, but did not get it quite.
All right, check my plus frames. Good respect from Galaxy Butter.
Honestly, Muck can make this comeback. He's played very patient, and there it is. Patience paying off. And yes, it does.
He did not have the meter to reversal. Muck gets to make it back, baby.
Signs of life coming out from this Blanca. Better late than never.
And that might be all they need. The drops earlier are definitely because they're on a losing streak. What are they going to do with a big read and momentum? Base block? Oh no.
Yeah, I like it. Appropriate punish coming out from Galaxy Butter to use the Jive Rush. Now turn it all back around. Health lead on Galaxy Butter, but ooh, stealing turrets coming from downtown.
It was all worth it for that one moment. Second last connects.
Yeah. You do it for the play.
Ooh, not burn out themselves, but will be soon. No, they can't keep walking backwards like this.
Oh, no, yeah, they can't keep doing that. I'm liking the defensive play, but just kept landing on the fireball. And we saw Galaxy Butter be in the screen master, right? Walk back to make sure they didn't fall on it.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit worried with how they jumped over the fireball, ended up jumping back. But then, you know, you jump back with your back to the corner, but you're mid-screen and Ken walks forward, you're landing on that fireball.
I'm liking like the flexibility of Galaxy Butter's game plan. It's what's making them go very far in this bracket as they take it over Muck.
Yeah, unfortunately, again, round one was definitely within Muck's favor, but could not carry it out. Maybe a little bit flustered and flabbergasted about dealing with a Ken. I would be too. Ken's really annoying to deal with. However, still landed within, if my math is correct, within like the 5th place. If that's how that works, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, and tied for 5th. That's still a nice bunch of change in your pocket for leaderboard points. And we're gonna see who gets the same amount here between Dive and Drive and Cereblast, and who gets to proceed onwards to losers semis.
This is not something I expected to see so early in the losers bracket. You know, numbers say that I was thinking Sarah would make it a little bit farther than this, but which means you got a good match coming up here. Dive and Drive, Cereblast, Kemi.
I don't actually. Interestingly enough, sorry to interrupt you. This has happened multiple times. I owe you a drink or something. But I don't think Cereblast has proceeded in winner's side through any of the World Warriors thus far. Maybe in other tournaments such as Bare and other stuff. But to my knowledge, and I could be wrong, I'm a very forgetful person. It's why I mash on plus frames.
What I guess I'm getting at is like Cereblast is like that kind of player, right? One of those players that you don't expect to go the distance, right? They did get second at PAX West recently, so
there we go. That's
yeah. I'm really curious to see how they're gonna do for the rest of the bracket here. Dive and Drive's been putting on a show though, so it's kind of anybody's game though. I do agree, Suika. It's both players have the juice.
Yeah, and I mean Cereblast, of course, one of the most powerful Kens in North America back in Street Fighter V, but Dive and Drive, the legendary white gun themselves, best Wookiee Street Fighter 4 back in the day, one of the best on the leaderboard. So, you know, we got a lot of legacy skill versus a lot younger of a talent, though, both meeting up in Street Fighter 6 to see who will come out on top. It's really the question, though. Based on my memory of their performances, I think Cereblast should have enough of an edge. And if Cereblast is okay anti-airing, should be great. Because that's one of the things I noticed in Cereblast's last match. Their anti-air capabilities, it's not the tightest yet.
Yeah, it needs to get a little more tightened up. Honestly, their ground game is a little bit more where it's at, right? So if they can improve both levels, honestly, it'll be very fruitful for them. So we'll kind of see how it is. And I think that kind of like is a statement, right? We're both talking about like the strengths of both these players. So really, it really can be anybody's game here. Who to get, grab these points, get on the leaderboard and whatnot. But we're getting there very close. Who to go on to lose their semifinals to fight Galaxy Butter? Will it be a Ken Mir, or will we see this this honestly really strong Cammy move on?
It'd be funny if it was a Kenmir, because this would be like our third loser semifinal Kenmir. And
it's almost like there's a trend, right?
Yeah, that cracks me up. Really, we should extend like the entire like West Coast Canada to like include P&W as a whole. Maybe we'll find less more other players to offset the Ken play.
Yeah, this character has such immense strength. No matter how much you know the matchup too, it's just like we talked about it. The comeback factor is so strong. Dive and drives, this is a little methodical than we're used to, right?
Oh, what a spin knuckle!
Yeah, we're gonna break up the monotony right away here. Make sure that we get in.
Yeah, you can tell Dive and Drive just really wanted to take their turn with an EX spin knuckle. Just managed to get through the fireball. However, that's so far long gone now. We already 3 throws past that situation. Dive kick's good.
Yeah, but turn right back all around there. Dive and drive. Put both of the name there. I like it.
That was interesting. The standing leg kick whiff, but recovered in time to still buffer out a drive rush.
Oh, the wake up buttons from Cereblast. No fear. Go for the safe jump.
Unfortunately throws.
That's so close. Oh, but it is just enough for Cereblast there. I liked the game that they pulled there. Used the safe jump, got the neutral jump, and it proved enough to get that round.
Yeah, Dive and Drive had a wonderful block on the mix, but unfortunately, a little too hasty. Doesn't want to take a throw. Great jab.
Yeah, and thanks to the force knockdown, you get a little bit extra juggle points off that dive kick too.
And honestly, even though they took the reversal DP, it was still good overall for Cereblast, because this level 3 probably gonna get them close to burnout, if not in burnout. Ooh!
Just barely! Okay, Drive and Drive, let's see how you use it. Or you're just gonna lose it.
Yeah, they were close to getting the plus frames on the EX dive, but unfortunately, just didn't make it. The DP's great wake up throw on a neutral jump from Cereblast. First one's going to Cereblast. Dive and Drive with a great round 1, but unfortunately couldn't close it out, and round 3 definitely just missing out. Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about, but both players kind of have some missed inputs right there.
Yeah,
gotta reset it back to neutral.
A couple of fumbles on both ends here. Probably need to swap out the QBs with how it's going, but a great block on the DP.
Yeah, we're now seeing Cereblast really bet it all.
Oh, speaking of which, great reaction to a dive kick. Don't need to bet when you can react.
I mean, honestly, if you're just Dive and Drive, just hold this. You have to get out of this pressure.
they still chose correctly despite not choosing your correctness. Here we go.
And it's spiked. Yep. And honestly, I had enough time to whiff a normal and get that too. Honestly,
yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy, actually. I thought they were getting smoked, but Dive and Drive knows much more than I. They are in Master. I am but a lowly platinum plebeian.
Cereblast wasted no time to get momentum, but here comes Dive and Drive to turn it all the way back around using the crouching fierce. Respect my frames.
Yeah, and like we saw in the Lowenator match, Cereblast really does like using that walk speed. So if you walk a lot, you're gonna get hit low a lot. Dive and Drive was able to. Ooh,
so ready for
fireball.
That fireball. Yep. Okay, but Cereblast says, you know what? That was cute. I'm getting right back in there. Gonna use the DP and the Gen Rise.
Yeah, dealing with Gen Rise is so annoying. Dive and Drive picks the right Gen Rise to DP through though. You can never know. They could just stop the pressure and bait one. Great dive kick.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm surprised that went over the jab actually.
Yeah, I think Dive and Drive is catching on to kind of the patterns of Cereblast. Knows like exactly where they're gonna drive rush in. Oh, and no anti-air come out from Cereblast right there. Sweeky, you talked about it earlier. That's one thing that seems to be lacking in the game plan. So hopefully Dive and Drive can keep abusing that fact as we see it one more time.
Yeah, and if we recall the Noodle match, even though the Noodle match went 3-2 for Noodle, like Noodle was great on stopping these dive kicks. And we're gonna have to see Cereblast make those adjustments as she plays.
useful. What an interaction, but Diamond Drives comes back on top. There it is, finally the anti-air coming up from Sarah Blast. Back throw situation.
Oh, you can't.
You escaped death. You escaped death. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. What a time jump from Diamond Drives.
Yeah, it's using drive impact as an anti-air is, I don't think that was the intention, mind you, but the recovery on some of the jump-ins in those situations are generally not bad, and you can even like pretend it's like a hit stop reaction situation and drive impact yourself.
Yeah,
great anti-air
situation for the defender or for the aggressor. Here we come, Diamond Drives, a little bit almost low on the drive gauge. You might get burned out. As I say that, definitely does. But still gonna abuse that dive kick anyway, anyhow.
Yeah, Diamond Drive definitely not afraid, and knows that Ceroblast is not willing to really like pump out DPs on even the tight dive kicks, which is something we've seen Justin and Noodle do, but perhaps Ceroblast is just not ready with the buffer here.
I like to use the immediate EX fireball to steal some turns here to make sure we lock down Diamond Drive.
Oh, very close.
Yeah, there we go.
Take a shot.
Take a sip. All right. I think we're on we're close to getting to full install here, full level 4 Jamie mode here with the immediate drive impact as we go into the next one. Level 3, right after that, we've seen it so many times. Suika, Sarah Blast might get a good, healthy lead.
Yeah, and honestly, it's not that bad. If you're a max meter, you're not building any more meters, so may as well spend some. It's just the law of economics. Trade on the pokes here. Opting for the parry instead of a DP or crouching a heavy punch. Oh no! That's it. That's gonna be so much mental damage on top of that. Just a full ship on the DP during pressure.
Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, but I was gonna say this could be so close for Diamond Drives if they can find a way to use a CA, but Sarah Blast is not gonna let you as they get a 2-1 here on the count. Diamond Drives, I feel like it's so close to victory in a lot of these rounds.
Ooh, jumps out of the tick throw, but unfortunately, it was up forward and not neutral jump, so couldn't get a normal out in time. Now we're stuck in the corner, the place where Ceroblast is probably at their strongest.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
No anti-airs!
Double jump! Yeah, honestly, Ceroblast, you need to kind of wake up in that department. You can't be focusing too much on the ground game.
Yep, just gonna keep the pressure. Air to air this time around. Honestly, not bad. Yeah. We don't need the DP as long as we can get the solution out. A tick throw, perfect.
They still some turns of Dragon Lance. Here we go, put it in burnout. The reversal, level 1.
Good choice by Diamond Drive, actually.
Okay, just run back in Dragon Lash. Why not?
Oh no. Oh yes. Stuck in the corner. What's the play? Tries to shimmy out a throw, but now we're stuck in this situation. You still don't have drive gauge, so you have to be careful. Here's a chip. He interrupts it. He's so smart.
So smart. Realize there was no involve on the level 2. So no third strike moment for you, Ceroblast.
And that's like a lot of meter gone. The meter is now in Diamond Drive's pocket.
Yeah, the long con is definitely in Diamond Drive's favor, especially in the meter department, like you said, Suika. Let's see if they can keep it up.
All right, counter hit. Not willing to bet on those Jinrais again, but we're probably gonna see a great DP. That's what we needed to see more of.
Hey, drive reversal, almost able to block in time to get a small punish. Ceroblast once again waking up with these buttons. Hopefully Diamond Drive catches onto that.
Yeah, it's kind of that RPS situation where do you want to take the DP or do you want to bait it? Like sometimes it's okay to take the DP though. With a life lead this far gone, you might be a little worried. Ooh, pokes the drive rush activation here. Stuck into the corner. What's the play? Another wake up crouching jab.
Oh, this is so scary. Looking for the drive impact potentially.
Oh no!
There it is. EX dive kick. You ain't reacting to that. There we go. Dive and drive. Even it up there. And yeah, like we mentioned earlier in the beginning, Dive and Drive is abusing the fact on the anti-airs there. And Cammy's a character that you know is just gonna keep jumping.
Yeah, but we've learned more about Dive and Drive not being able to really comfortably meaty Ceroblast or deal with wake-up situations against Ceroblast, and we need to see them just like that. They're listening to the stream. They're cheating. Oh my goodness, the one frame walk-up punch-out.
What we're seeing a lot of times, Diamond Drive is the one to go very early in burnout. Oh, jump over to level 1. That's pretty huge for Ceroblast.
It was, but it wasn't bad for Dive and Drive. However, Dive and Drive does try to send it back, and now we've just swapped corners. Nothing new.
And nothing personal here. Ceroblast to go up in the round count here. Like we said, nothing is set in stone in this bracket. Dive and Drive is definitely one to make a comeback. And let's Blast says, I ain't wasting no time. I'm going into level 1. I'm getting this lead.
Now, it's a little expensive for the corner, but honestly, I'm surprised that Ceroblast didn't fight harder for what they paid. Wake up throw.
Yeah, honestly, did you pay for that corner?
Exactly. The rent is already paid for. May as well stay there. Jab's gonna connect on the landing recovery here. And now we're back in corner number 2. Can, of course, the ex-multimillionaire can afford at least 2 corners in their life right now.
Pretty healthy right now once again.
Nice respect on the plus frames, but yeah, we're just letting those jumps get away. The dive kick doesn't come out. It's so bad.
You hate to see that a flub. Honestly, probably put Diamond Drives on the back foot on the mental side. The Ceroblast took advantage of that, rushed in, got the grab, and you hate to see it like that, Suika.
You really do. Dive and Drive, of course, had a great game plan to really take advantage of the fact that Ceroblast wasn't willing to DP most of those. But on the flip side, Dive and Drive wasn't willing to just full send a meanie. And like it kind of trades back and forth, right?
Right.
Imagine all the times a wake up jab came out or a wake up tech came out expecting a throw. You have a really good button to meaty with. If you take a DP, so what? If you win like half someone's HP, the risk reward pays out for you. You know, you are the house.
Yeah,
but
Cammy definitely does have the toolkit there, but I think Diamond Drives was like maybe a little tunnel vision, right? On using the dive kicks, jumping in, trying to abuse one thing when we saw Ceroblast was lean on another.
Yeah, but again, both players playing well. The set going to 3-2. Unfortunate for Diamond Drive though, because they definitely were picking up the pace. You hate to see
they're feeling the groove.
You hate to see when Cammy gets like the rising kick and you're like, I know what that was. I know what that was.
Like you see just kind of like them flopping in the air and it's like, oh, that was a misstep.
Yeah, in as unfortunate as it is, we are gonna have to put that in the back of our minds. Of course, Dive and Drive is still gonna receive those 5th place points, and that might push them up into the leaderboard. Speaking of the leaderboard, if you guys are joining us, we are here at World Warrior, and we are asking for your help with the Matcherino. As you can see in the chat there, exclamation point Matcherino, 50 cents in the prize pool today, but of course there's still 48 codes remaining. A quick click and another click. Normally I have this down, this entire spiel. Quick 3 clicks and you're good to go. So please help out our players tonight as this all goes to them.
I guarantee if everybody in the chat gives a little bit to that Matcherino there, we can make sure that rises up all the way.
Shout out to Alec and Longa. And you can see the points there if we can just hold on to there for just a little bit of a second, Mr. Cameraman. You can see that 5th seed still, or 5th tied still gets 25 points. 25 points is quite a bit. That's in fact half of what 1st place gets. And with a lot of our like middle placers not really placing in the top 8s of the recent World Warriors, that means 5th and 7th placers will be able to push up in that leaderboard. Which if you're able to, if we can get a quick look over. Shouts to Muck Master for the $5 Renos as well.
Ooh, yeah, I see you, Muck.
525. Leaderboard unfortunately not available at the moment, but we will probably get to that later tonight. And to get there a little bit quicker, we do have shouts to all the clicks. Noodle, Harm, Butter.
I think they heard us.
I got mixed. Butter Galaxy. I'm like, who's Butter Galaxy? Of course I know who Butter Galaxy is. That was the Ken that played in the last one, and we're gonna see who they play later after we figure out who plays between Noodle and Mike X. Okay, that was the longest segue of my life, but we got there.
No, we got all the way there. You know, it takes a village, right? And we're gonna see here losers semifinals. Galaxy Butter versus Ceroblast here. Gonna be going up potentially up the bracket here. Now, who do you got in this one this week?
Actually, I think we're watching Noodle versus Mike X.
Oh, okay. Winners final.
Noodle Mike X.
All right, the Noodle Mike X. We got Ken. We got Luke. Now, who you got in this one?
Mike X had it pretty well in the last one, actually. I think Mike X is coming in with a lot more confidence because I told the story last week. Noodle beat Mike X when Mike X was playing the Ken more. And then Mike X got a little the big run back in the last World Warrior. So we're gonna see if Noodle has adjustments because Luke started off as his character that everyone was calling one of the best, but now is kind of relegated to slightly lesser than Cammy and Ken, if I recall correctly. But really showing that doesn't matter here because Luke's damage really comes out. Great parry, but oh, Noodle full sense, baby.
I kind of like it from Noodle. Just like if you don't got that punish, I'm ready to churn.
Oh, unfortunately, gonna send a throw. It was a delayed tech even. Trying to rely on those reactions, but unfortunately the shimmy still comes through. Great dive kick. Mike X is turned into the corner. And a cross-cut DP out of the corner, but had to pay a little bit of a toll.
Yeah, honestly, you're pretty okay with that. The empty jump low coming out from Mike X, I swear to God, it works all the time, Suika.
There's the throw, baby, and two. Can we get one more? Oh, tries to check it.
We the shimmy.
Throw of his own, baby. And this is kind of what I was hoping to see from a diving drive. Just shunt out a heavy punch and we're good to go, you know?
I mean, that's the difference between playstyles, right? Noodle is that kind of, I think, more grounded player. And drive impact almost reaching. So close.
What a punish. Unfortunately, cannot get the full confirm, but the position's still okay. And we get to play a little bit of the game called footsies. Don't listen to me. I up forward and got punished for it. It kind of be like that.
Right,
down to Memphis we go.
Yeah. Okay, you get an Oki right here as well. Okay, throw loop scenario potentially. You are gonna get in the incident, my friend.
All right, is okay taking two? There's a third one, but who's counting? Who's counting? Dive kick connects. A little too high for any link of some sort. Those come out of burnout first, but the level one might be enough. Boom, baby.
Yeah, using the ever advancing normals of Luke, gets the full turret combo, level 1. You know what it is. Mike X is gonna go up 1-0 against Noodle here.
Unfortunately, there were a couple of moments where Noodle definitely had the hit and just needed to kind of find an opportunity to finish the combo, but got a little shaky perhaps.
Yeah, maybe believe a bit harder, I want to say. Like, when you get the hit, it's like, believe in your buffer.
Ooh, great check. And Noodle playing a lot more confidently now this time around. Another cross-cut DP. And every time you pay that toll, it hurts a little bit more.
It's definitely going to hurt right here as Mike X puts Noodle into the corner. Once again, potentially a throw loop. Oh, no, we're looking for the shimmy.
Maybe Noodle needs to rotate their own wake-up options now. Of course, being able to just hold down back and it dropped. Mike X
Nothing too huge came about it. I like it. Okay, level 1, gonna get blocked and a full punish. You kind of wishing on a star right there, Mike X. Noodle gonna take the round.
Yeah, Mike X known to kind of send out the reverse level ones. Just when you're out of drive gauge, of course, you know you send out whatever you have.
It's so good. It's honestly the best level 1 in the game, in my opinion.
I mean, more reason to. Great anti-air. Noodle again showing why they're having a better time against dive and drive.
Oh, Mike X wasted no time. Missed the charge you saw there on the knuckle, but got the cross out.
Oh no! Unfortunately, did not. Oh, I guess you couldn't drive impact because you'll go into burnout. I'm not 100% sure. I don't recall.
I like this level 3 though.
Oh yeah, most certainly.
Now you were in burnout. There we go.
Burnout, side swap, everything's great. Beast Mode, baby.
You better wish a little bit harder, Mike X. If it ain't the level 1, it ain't gonna be the level 2 here. Noodle gonna take it, evening up the scoreboard here at Winners Finals.
Yeah, Noodle mixing a little more patient play in their own offense, which is something people don't want to do because it's their turn, it's their offense.
Okay, but Mike X using these anti-air parries doesn't get too much for it, but it definitely sends a message, I feel, to Noodle about where you're jumping in.
Oh yeah, and it's especially good because it can solve a dive kick situation just as well as a DP, though not as guaranteed because perfect parries are not, easy. Great DP. That spacing is perfect. Check out my plus frames. Gonna burn himself out. And the DP through the pressure. You can't take these hits.
I got the air reset. We are in burnout here.
Who made his way out?
We're reset neutral. No sudden movements. What a jump in.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do? I don't think you can jump in time.
I don't think you're plus enough to threaten anything anyways. Even in burnout after spin knuckle.
Yeah, I mean,
at least if I have an invulnerable reversal, rather. Oh, speaking of.
Oh, another one. Why not? Noodle says if I ain't working, we'll try it again.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna miss a big punish, I may as well, right? Because that's.
Yeah, I think
if I'm not getting hurt by it.
Yeah, it's a message to Mike X like, you don't got those. You can't punish me. As I say that, a big combo coming out from Mike X.
Ooh, stole the corner with that one. I wonder.
That was really fast, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if Noodle recognized that Cammy was facing the other way. I only noticed it by the time that the normal came down.
There we go, 2-1 there from Mike X here. And we've seen so many times the round start is throw out one sandblast and wait to see what Noodle's gonna do.
Yeah, because against Cammy, throwing multiple sandblasts is not the best, of course. You can just get hard called out by a multitude of tools.
Empty jump low once again, a player after my own heart, Noodle.
Yeah, walk back, trying to hard bait on the throw tech. Reversal super is good. However, Mike X just finds the opportunity to poke out. He did say in his interview that crouching medium punch, big fan of that button, and I wonder what they're doing. It looked like a wake-up jump, trying to get out of a throw situation, and just got checked with a meaty.
All I know is that Noodle is coming on top right there. Mike X not gonna fall for it.
Yeah,
pushing forward.
Yeah, Mike X is not afraid to crouching medium punch shimmy attempts, because of course shimmy attempts, if you're gonna get hit low, you may as well, right?
Speaking of shimmy, Suika, there it is. It gets Mike X a perfect on top of that. We're on game round here, potentially, Suika.
Good start from Noodle, however. Oh, the wake up back down. Oh my goodness, Shaw, he's so good at these DPs. He's so good.
He's so good, and he's so good at these conversions too, probably. Oh my god, why did you have to? I didn't mean to do it to you, Mike X. I swear it.
Dude, caught the standing light, but of course, standing light, hard to react and confirm to.
Okay, all right. Gonna walk up and get maybe a little bit of semblance of Oki. Just mashed right out of there. Oh no.
I like
a little too late.
Yeah, I like the DP attempt, but unfortunately, when in the like that point blank zone,
right,
it's really hard to tell if you can DP that, especially with Cammy and Ryu, those characters who will have their DPs just baited with a neutral jump at that range.
Yeah, that range, right, it makes your opponent have to think about the reactions, and if you think it, you already got hit, right?
Exactly. Anytime you have to lose frames to recognizing something, it gets exponentially harder.
Good stuff. The Mike X could go into grand finals here at World Warrior Canada West #4. You know what it is.
Yeah, so looking at this current bracket, it's gonna be Noodle waiting for the winner of the Kens. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we just got 2 Kens waiting for Noodle. And then of course, if Noodle defeats them, they can meet Mike X back in Grands, or if any of these Kens decide to make it to Mike X. Mike X might have a leg up, having played the character themselves. That being said, let's take a look again at the World Warrior schedule. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. We started a little bit later, so I'm just a little more worse for wear in terms of energy, but we can pick that up as soon as we give this a look. Again, just to run through with you guys, we will be taking a little bit of I wouldn't say a break, but like there is a gap between session 4 and session 5 of Canada West World Warrior. So take a screenshot of this page just to make sure, or you could always check out the Match Reno for the full schedule, or the start.gg in case you want to enter. That being said, I need to take a 3-minute break. Shaw, I hope you don't mind me being a little greedy with that, because it is time for me to take a breather for the both of us, and we will be back with loser semis.
See you guys soon.
Welcome back to World Warrior Pro Tour 2023 here on Level Up Live. We have a couple more matches before we hit Grands, and we're going to see who's going to be playing Noodle here between Galaxy Butter and Cero Blast.
Yeah, this bracket has been shaping up to be quite the banger here. I mean, so many great matches here. And of course, it's all in the name of getting those points, Suika, like we were talking about earlier. Those points are all going to add up into the finals where somebody is going to get to go all the way to the Capcom Pro Tour Finals. 10!
And Big X? Big X? Is that the Rise Up? Rise Up? Rise Up?
Yeah, you remember that one? Remember that one? Yeah.
I don't know if you guys...
That was the old
over there.
slogan.
Yeah, over there I have the Rise Up statue. Actually,
I got that. I know the exact one you're talking about.
Well, I won it when I was at a PAX. It was really funny.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, I got like the gold bag. You know, when you buy the grab bags. Yeah. It was a good time actually. But that's besides the point. Capcom Pro Tour X is on the way, and we're trying to figure out which Canadian will represent us.
Only one person can rise up.
Only one person can rise up, and interestingly enough, Justin Wong having missed a few weeks might mean he might not be the Canadian for us. We will see how that goes, but it could be one of these two players. Two Kens coming up: Galaxy Butter, Cero Blast. Galaxy Butter a lot less crazy than what I recall back a couple, like a month back, really, and Cero Blast still strong, but I'm still a little worried on that anti-air situation. That might be the only thing I harp on though, because their decision making on Wake Up, although crazy, it is functioning and working much better than I would have ever thought.
Yeah, I think no matter what, you have to prove yourself over and over again. That's kind of the hard thing about playing fighting games sometimes. But of course, on the other side, a lot of these players that have made the bracket have been leveling up very successfully. That's why they're here, right? And so
yeah, you can even watch, if you watch from the beginning of Canada West World Warrior, Mike X, of course, taking out Noodle for a second time, kind of growing from their Ken roots over back to the Luke, and making their way above Noodle even in terms of how they're playing. Though, of course, while they wait in grand finals, that can change. You never know. Noodle was really powerful in our first week at World Warrior. Even able to get a bracket reset on Justin Wong, but wasn't able to take it. And then come week 2, was the winner of that week. So the stories between all these players evolve and change. Yeah, evolve and change. And with the next World Warrior happening, I think like 3 weeks from now for Canada West, we're gonna see what all manners of growth that can happen. MTR didn't see them for this first 2 weeks. Well, last week and this week, I'm saying week, but I mean, last World Warrior and this World Warrior, they've landed top 8 twice. Maybe they'll land in winner's side next time with the 3 weeks that we have in between. Lowenator showed up out of nowhere. Yeah. Great showing with the Jamie. 3 weeks, a lot of time to evolve. Like the stories can kind of break out and get crazy here.
Yeah, honestly, the hyperbolic time chamber I think is definitely going to happen between that gap of time. We're going to see who really wants it come toward the end. And like I said, there's only one slot. Only one can rep Canada West.
Yeah, and even then, from after deciding who makes it into the regional finals, there's another little bit of a break there for one more like level up session. So we're gonna see between like everyone that makes it, who kind of makes it out alive to represent Canada.
But only one Ken can make it out here as we go right into Galaxy Butter and Cero Blast here. Wasted no time to give DP your throw.
Oh my goodness.
Return to sender. Whatever you can do, I can do better.
You know, I'm pretty certain that if we just didn't say anything, this match will speak for itself. But unfortunately,
we're commentators.
We are commentators. Sometimes people won't have the video up. They just need to listen to us and believe what we're saying. And a great Dragon Lash to keep it going. Ooh, tried to anti-air, but unfortunately, the wrong strength of DP is gonna allow Cero Blast out.
Okay, yep, and putting Galaxy Butter right in burnout here. Cero Blast is down, but not out. Dragon Lash to steal the turn, but Galaxy Butter willing to take that trade as you saw right after the Dragon Lash and able to amount a victory.
Yeah, maybe just knew that they wouldn't die on the confirm. Not 100% sure. And when you have that kind of information in your head, like You can take those risks without being worried. And oh, Sarah Blast really sends it.
Speaking of risks there, yeah. Unfortunately, not getting too much of a punch there. Anti-air. Sarah Blast.
Oh my goodness,
Take a sip. Another sip. Drink up. Perfect from Galaxy Butter. Putting the rush in, rush down. Oh my god.
And what does Sarah Blast think after that? All it took was one bait, and now you're kind of like, oh, I just lost game one. We are doing all first to three the entire top 8, so like there's still time to adapt. But in a matchup like Ken versus Ken, you get run down real fast.
Yeah, I feel like especially in a Ken mirror like this, you only maybe get max of 2.5 interactions. Do with that what you will with the math.
Ooh, great punish low. And yeah, that punish leads towards corner. Now you have to play the game. Is it a throw? Is it a meaty? It's a throw! Tech!
Oh, there we go. Throw. Close it out there. Galaxy Butter keeping it simple. Choosing Sarah Blast. I'm getting mixed up again.
You're getting mixed up. If you two are getting mixed up, we can refer to the colors next to their name. G for green jacket and B for black gi here between the two players. Great throw from Sarah Blast. Gonna punish the crouching medium. Oh man. You are so dead, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Level 3 gonna take it all the way. Putting Sarah Blast on the board, 1-1 apiece. And honestly, did you expect anything else coming from two esteemed Ken players like these two?
It's been a whole like 4 minutes. What happened?
To the West, let me tell you.
Ken mirrors shattered. Great confirm here, just gonna. Ooh, maybe a misinput on the drive rush there.
Or maybe
gonna lose your momentum.
Who?
Ooh, not sure what that button was for, but Sarah Blast able to make their way in, use the meter, get the corner, get the plus frames on the knockdown. Oh, nice throw tech and can make it out. Hadouken? DP?
Yeah,
Burnout is huge.
We're ready on all fronts, but the level 1 gonna be enough to break out of that situation.
Actually, I'm a big fan of using the EX Fireball, even though it puts you in burnout, just to try and take the pace on the Fireball war, but unfortunately, cannot get much with it, and if anything, is at a deficit due to it. Tatsu or Dragon Lash gets intercepted by a Fireball, but Sarah Blast! Sarah Blast was able to make it out of a drive, wow, burnout faster, and then Galaxy Butter ended up landing on a Fireball. Tripping over my words here. These matches are happening so fast.
Hey, I mean, don't worry about it. I mean, we're talking about Sarah Blast, and we see so many times that they throw out this gambit of like drive rushing forward and then go for the Dragon Lash just to throw off Galaxy Butter's timing.
One throw. Oh my goodness! Using the frames of EX Hado to kind of hide the throw. What a sweep! Insane.
Sarah Blast, wait for opportunity. Using the stand roundhouse, and you look for the standing roundhouse too much, then the drive impact comes out.
Yeah, Galaxy Butter is even afraid to like jump out of a situation like that with Sarah Blast whipping buttons like that. Kind of whipping buttons so confidently you don't know what to do.
Your mental be stacked. That's all I gotta say.
Oh wow! Punish on the Jinrai with the standing light kick. What's happening?
I mean, we gotta get you off of me. We gotta go for the drive impact. Maybe get a full jumping combo to boot. Galaxy Butter going for I liked it. I liked it for the potential reset, but Sarah Blast recognizing everything and the DP. Now you're on the back foot, Galaxy Butter. This is so scary. Drive impact coming. Yes, it does.
Yeah, unfortunately for Galaxy Butter, when you do a cheeky gimmick against your own character, that person also plays your character. So
Sarah Blast seen it.
Has either seen it or they have done it. They'll have some sort of option against it. That's for certain. Sometimes you don't even need to think about it. Galaxy Butter now trying to play a little bit of footsies here with Sarah Blast and great anti-air. Stopping this approach. Galaxy Butter almost feeling walled out at points.
Yeah, honestly, Sarah Blast has been sharpening up so much on these anti-air approaches too. And I think it's putting the fear of God and Galaxy Butter to even approach now.
Actually, a hard footsies game here. Trying to really get a poke out. Dragon Lash gets caught.
there's anything we know about Cereblast 2 is that their footsies are top tier. They're hard to match.
I think Cereblast has challenged every Jinrai with standing leg kick. And I don't know if there's an option Ken has to really like frame trap that, but hopefully for Galaxy Butter they can make it worth.
Yeah, Galaxy Butter now. Yep. Level 3, drive gauge back here. One potential mix-up even for Galaxy Butter to close us out.
It's go time. Oh, chases the backdash.
Chase on the backdash. What a call out from Galaxy Butter, and not a moment too soon. Making sure this is not the shutout. Oh, all right. Well, we just need to reset neutral. That's all we need to do.
Yeah, that's actually really smart from Cereblast, of course. Using the EX Tatsu to get to the ground faster, get far away, and kind of keep himself safe from the drive rush anti-air opportunity. Oh, tried to shimmy, and we woke up with a low forward, baby.
Here we go, Cereblast. Making sure we even up the drive gauge economy. And let's see what the mix-up is. Potential drive rush in? Yes, it is. Gonna keep the pressure. Oh, but they react to those! Galaxy Butter just in the nick of time. Get the side swap, and now it is in Galaxy Butter's court potentially.
It's been so long since I've been able to say it because all the drive impacts we've seen have been so scummy, but the old man reaction test has been defeated, and Galaxy Butter feeling motivated by it. Oh, but the motivation needs to last. Getting poked low forward. DP out of the sky.
This is so scary, Suika.
And stuck in the corner, gets caught jumping. Reversal, and the parry from Cereblast to take it all.
Just bet it all right there. Yeah, it was. I thought it was gonna be in their favor to bring it all the way back. Like you mentioned, we hadn't seen too many drive impacts throughout this tournament. I think that's just kind of a statement to high-level player, right? You use drive impacts and apply it where necessary, and you counter when necessary. And Cereblast, despite that, came out on top. I mean, with good stuff to Galaxy Butter, making it all the way far, getting a chunk of points to boot.
Yeah, a good chunk of points to be able to, I think, maybe even secure a spot within the top 8. Still 1 week to go, so you're not really sure. But if they keep playing and landing in top 8, probably a shoe-in. We'll have to see by the end of the night. That being said, speaking on the subject of drive impacts, we've seen actually quite a bit, though they've all been in crazy spots. Either as a counter poke or sometimes an accidental anti-air. That shouldn't work, but sometimes does. Or as a cheeky meaty. The hardest one to deal with, actually.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, we talked about earlier, the application is really on the onus of the player. There's not too many, like, gung-ho, like, besides, of course, the anti-air ones, right? But I think you'll see that more and more. It's just like, all right, I got you in a checkmate scenario, and how do I deal with that? Maybe we'll see a little bit more going into this next match. We wasted no time. Noodle, Cereblast coming up here in the losers finals.
So if I'm Noodle, I'm recalling the match between Dive and Drive and Cero, and really trying to manipulate the skies here. There's that reset that we saw Galaxy Butter try on Cero, works on Noodle, and now we're stuck in the corner. Overhead connects, it's a counter hit, we get that link.
Yeah, honestly, close enough hurt from Cereblast, just the way they play, which is so confident. And we're talking about controlling the skies here. I mean, if Cereblast wins the ground game, there might not be any of it, but Noodle playing a little bit better this time.
Yeah, that low forward to stop the drive rush is super important. Being able to stop a Ken drive rush is just very important.
Especially when you can rotate so many buttons behind it too.
Ooh, putting out some normals. Really, I don't know if your Cereblast is looking to drive rush with their drive gauge so low, getting even lower. Blocking is a detriment, only hit buttons, everybody. Oh, ships it! Gonna go into burnout, but does get the pressure off. However, now they don't have a DP. Now they're gonna have to deal with being blown back on every one of these drive impacts unless they burn the meter. And they burn the meter, baby!
Yeah, burn into the deed. Oh, get
That's
a smidge of the DP. Still counts though.
It does still count as long as you can stop those dive kicks in any way, shape, or form. That tool gets harder and harder to use for the Kami player. Off the fireball, we ship another.
Yeah, you gotta ship a little bit harder, gotta wish a little bit harder, because there we go, Cereblast taking it. Did you see at the end how many checks from the standing light kick that Cereblast was willing to throw at Bucks behind?
Yeah, Cereblast actually has been really...
Another one.
There's another one. Drink up. Starblast has been really preferring to use that standing light kick within that medium space, just to check stuff, and it's a good button to use. Throw, sent back to the corner. Oh my goodness! Oh, but went for a Dragon Lash, didn't recognize the hit.
Yeah, better all on blank there. Yeah, honestly, with both these characters have like world-class buttons. It can be so hard to navigate, so they're really like relying on their drive runs as I say that. There we go. Terra Blast. Oh, there's a reset that we saw earlier that Terra Blast is able to capitalize on.
Yeah, I know Noodle knows it, but it's so annoying to deal with because, oh my goodness, what an answer.
Dragon Lash, all right. To back off, wait for another opportunity. Play at that mid-range, that standing light kick coming out in full force.
Just sending out standing light kicks, it will stuff the spin knuckle. It will catch drive rush in certain cases. It's a good normal to send around.
EP not gonna be it. Noodle, Sarah Blast gonna make sure you pay for it. And I think it's kind of telling. We saw in that last Dragon Lash that the counter hit came up, right? So Noodle is willing to press so much on defense. That probably is why Sarah Blast backed off for that whiff DP.
Yeah, and honestly, to have the opponent respect that means you've garnered their respect, which means you can play around with it a little bit, but we're not seeing Noodle play around with it too much. Might be able to take more risks further down the line, but with a 1-game deficit, you might need to opt for more solid play just for a little bit longer until you like even it up.
Yeah, there we go. Once again, the Dragon Lash, and Noodle is not willing to respect it. Maybe thinking Sarah Blast might go for like a mix-up, but you're still on layer 1.
Trying to catch Sarah Blast, use that walk speed. The drive rush is good. Oh, air to air to stop any dive shenanigans. It's go time.
Try
to hit a button on it, and another loop. Ooh, another standing light kick.
That honestly has been the hero right now.
No
Level 3?
Oh my goodness! Wait, are they? This is a lot of damage because it's critical art. Are they?
It is critical art. Oh, just barely. One more scenario. Play it very safe. Walk and block. Oh, but you didn't walk and block that time. Sarah Blast knew exactly how to stop your movement and get 2-0 over you. Noodle has been so close to victory time and time again, but Sarah Blast just keeps stealing it away. Mijin Rai?
Ooh, nice backdash from Sarah Blast. Noodle playing a little hasty right now, trying to make it all back. The standing jab's gonna stop the dive kick, and that's how you know the spacing is great. Great reaction though on Noodle's side. Old man test has been defeated.
Okay, yep, side switch 2 with the level 1. Gonna be a perfect opportunity. And especially when you whip it DP in my face, I'm gonna get the stun. Fully charged Hooligan. Hopefully get some damage, get some more resets potentially. But now we got drive gauge back, which means you know it when Ken has drive gauge, Suika.
Yeah, it's go time, that's for sure. And puts Noodle in burnout as well. Dive kicks on top of the fireball. SpaghettiOs.
Oh, yeah.
Level 3 is gonna be built up here. If they're gonna spend, they're gonna spend.
You hate to see it. It seemed all on Noodle's plan here, but you gotta make sure that you play crowd control, that you keep this wily character in the corner. Otherwise, at any time, it can just turn on its head.
Ooh, this time Noodle's drive rush a little earlier than Sarah Blast, which means they catch them on the startup of the other drive rush, gonna send out a DP. That's okay. Look at how much you took compared to how much they could have took if that media was good. I'm just saying, it's all math.
Hey, here we go. Noodle realizing the passiveness and also realizing the wake-up options coming out from Sarah Blast. Gonna be put on the pressure. And
he's buffering! Did you see how hard Sarah was buffering?
Yeah, Sarah buffered, but didn't believe too hard in it.
Ooh, conceding a lot of ground here. Gets the whip punish. Now we're walking towards the corner. A little early on the meaty, but that's okay. We're just gonna spend a little more meter to make it okay.
Yeah, these games are getting more scrambly as we're getting close to the end here. Level 1, once again, that's been kind of the drink of choice coming out from Noodle.
Yeah, it saves a little bit of drive gauge as well at the cost of the meter, and when you're kind of full stack like that, it's not a bad payment. Wow.
Wow, what a conversion on the tip of the roundhouse. Sarah Blast got those.
Oh, what a
Wow.
check with the standing leg kick! Hooligan side swap! And the wake up jab!
DP, oh my god, this is really anybody's game here. The train is
Presenting it, no, that allegations! Oh, yeah.
There's only so much you can react to. Aeroblast, fully loading the frontal cortex in your brain. And gonna be moving on to fight Mike X in grand finals.
That was rough for Noodle, actually. It was going great, and then a series of scramble after scramble after scramble, which they had kind of a lead in, and then one touch into check out my drive impact, and unfortunately you're gonna die. But out at third, they're not gonna be keeping that first place spot much longer, but that's okay. They're still well seated within the top of the sitting pretty at the top of the leaderboard, or top side of the leaderboard. And we're gonna see if Mike X can build a bigger lead, or if Ceroblast is just gonna come up from behind and really steal a spot here.
I feel like this is going to be very difficult, but if there's any player that can do it, it definitely is Ceroblast. They have the pedigree to, honestly, they've probably been in this situation so many times, too. It takes a lot of stamina to play in a top 8 like this, so I'm going to win 2 sets.
Yeah, and stamina comes into question now. With every set being first to 3, best of 5, depending on how you want to call it, stamina is a big issue. And when you have to win 2 sets against currently the strongest player in this bracket sitting in grand finals, and that character Luke, do you have the stamina to really keep it going? But before we watch that, I'd like to shove it over to the match arena real quick, because that's the last time we're gonna see it. Look at that, big $8, and wow, 38 codes remaining. So you guys have been on it. Thank you so much. That means 22 codes have been claimed. 12 codes have been gained. I was talking about math earlier, but my math is kind of failing me. Don't look at me. Don't worry. I'll also click that link because I've just been a little busy, as you can see. And if you need any more information concerning World Warrior, there it is.
Honestly, I got a challenge for you guys. Chat, if you're still in there, if you're still with me, let's get to double digits. Let's get to 15, 20. Give me something. Come on.
Let's get this prize pool up to at least 10, maybe 15, and we're gonna give you about 3 minutes to build it up, because we're gonna take a quick break. See you in a bit.
Yes, y'all, back like we never left once again here for our Ward Warrior Canada West number 4 hosted by Capcom Pro Tour. Level Up Live, you know what it is. Once again, I'm for Shaw. Of course, we got Suika next to me. Suika, we've been having a blast here throughout the whole bracket. Bunch of banger matches that can only end in one way, and it's at the grand finals in the bracket. X, Blast will go here. Like we said, 2 sets need to happen if Blast wants to bring it all the way back. And we talked about stamina when we last left. Now stamina is definitely a key factor. I mean, how you feeling? Is the IRL burnout real?
Well, IRL burnout can be real, but Blast is known to have a little bit of vengeance in their blood. And let me tell you a little lore. Mike X was the one to send Cero into losers. So this is according to chat, of course. So Blast might have a bone to pick. And with enough anger, you might be able to power through enough stamina. So if Blast is playing out of their mind, speaking of playing out of their mind, they're going right into it. But if Blast plays out of their mind and takes an early run at it, it might actually be up to Mike X to weather the storm.
Yeah, we're gonna waste no time in this grand finals as Mike X pushes Blast into the corner. Put on the hurt, and the hurt is gonna keep on coming, Sweek, especially when you whiff a DP like that. Safe jump.
Now, one thing when you're an angry player, depending on Blast is actually an angry player, is sometimes you kind of let loose a lot more. Oh, no punish on the sweep. One throw. Only needs 2 more to secure it. There's the second.
Okay, maybe.
Where's the third?
Say, as soon as we saw the drive gauge come back, I was like, are they gonna bet it on the DP once again? They wouldn't, would they? They did, and Mike X has been catching on so much so. And that's not the way you want to start our grand finals, but like you potentially do have some matches to deal with. Only first to 3 though.
I'll tell you a secret for the streets, everyone in the chat. Every person lives by the rule of 3s. So 2 throws and on the third throw, something will always happen. Keep an eye out. Mike X definitely did and was able to get the win, and now in this position. Ooh, but Blast answers back. 3 bars burnt. A fat life lead.
Yeah, simple buffer. Make sure we get that level 3. Make sure we get that lead, of course. Ooh, the whoopsies!
And though I was about to say, though I've seen Mike X able to crush it back before with 3 bars on hand, at a life lead that detrimental, not 100% on that. Oh, stopped a little short on the jab, actually. Unfortunato. Blast gonna take huge hit. Yeah, even more huge.
Absolutely, even huge. We're taking a little trip. You know where we're going. He said it himself.
He said it himself.
Thanks, Alex Slay.
I'd like to meet this person one day. It'd be a great collab. Oh, perfect!
Whip the shoulder drift for the meaty. And it is enough right there. Mike X gonna take 1 here. We're starting up a good climb for Mike X. Now Blast not down and out again. We've been seeing signs of life throughout. And maybe it's just data.
It might just be just data. However, if you can cool off a player like Blast through the games and the sets, it gets much easier. No bait on the DP, that's okay. You still have a massive lead anyway.
Yeah, I like
throwing out jabs to really check. I'm not sure what they're checking, but sweep for sweep. Mike X is cashing out here. Oh, yeah, that's the mix.
Yep. Yeah, so many times we've been seeing that, like, Blast is not willing to chill on the defense side here. Maybe just a slight delay and then go for an option would maybe be to their benefit.
Maybe,
you know what? You know what? You didn't get punished for it, but you will still get to take a DP to your face.
Yeah, good DP from Blast to recognize the heavy sandblast, actually. Now, this is scary, because speaking with Mike X last time, Mike X, again, really liking the crouching medium punch in all matchups with this character. And Blast really likes walking back and forth in that range. Mike X could capitalize. We'll see if that works out. No anti-air on the jump in. A little risky of a jump into anti-air, but no anti-air on the jump in.
Honestly, jumping fierce is the god button. I don't blame you, Blast. It's even hard for pro players to deal with. But we're gonna go see if you like the once, you're gonna see it again. The level 3, the beat down.
Oh, they're so done.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so done.
They're not back. They are not so back. They're in fact out. Mike X, 2-0. Sarah Blast has more magic in the pocket because now is the time to bring it out here at the grand finals of the World War.
Great reaction on the flash of the drive rush and baits a throw on wake up. Every time you can make him pay like that is money in your pocket. However, a jump forward here, no cross-cut DP. Sarah Blast's back is down to the corner, but does get Mike X in the burnout. This might be the fortuitous situation they're looking for. EX Fireball to beat the Fireball War. Oh, just clips the leg.
I mean, still got the answer. That's all that does matter here. We're in burnout here, and I think Sarah Blast is content at playing this mid-range. Doesn't get the full conversion, unfortunately.
Ooh, a little forward. Wait, that didn't look correct.
Both grab gauge back
Ooh,
on
good anti-air. This is actually really good. Even though it traded for Sarah Blast, they are still on the ground, so they get the momentum. They get to still move.
Drive reversal, put you back in burnout. This is so scary. Gotta start chucking those fireballs just to keep up the pace with theirs.
And you can see Sarah Blast just walking and blocking, trying to make that distance. Goes for a Dragon Lash. Thought it was gonna low crush something, but Mike X chose the fireball. And now they have the HP lead. Sarah Blast needs to be careful. We'll have EX Fireball, can run in. Pokes out, but Mike X deterrent. Oh!
The drive impact catching the startup of the Sand Blast. I liked it. Sarah Blast has been keeping patience, and it did pay off in a huge way. As I say that, you know...
Another shimmy is good.
Oh, damn it. Old habits die hard.
No crosscut DP, but the crouching heavy punch. Great anti-air. Gets a little bit of cash on the way out. And this lead is just stacking up. Check out my plus frames.
I'm liking the use of Jin Ride too. It's been putting Mike X in burnout.
Yeah, and we all know Mike X likes to burn themselves out. Check the reset. Good patience. Mike X again, a Ken player, so they know that a reset can occur there. Tries to dash forward, but no bueno. Game 3 will go over to Sarah Blast. Sarah Blast though needs to win 2 more, just even for a reset.
Yeah, signs of life coming out here from Sarah Blast. You'll love to see it in the nick of time too. Mike X wasted no time to enforce the strike throw. Gonna chuck some plasma. Oh, missing the throw, grabbing the air like an R&B singer. 2000s.
Unfortunately, just a little 2+ on that situation. The throw's gonna whip right through, and Sarah Blast now a little more behind than I think they would like to be. However, holding down back is still a good look.
We keep holding down back enough. Yeah, drive impact. You burned out. There's not much you can do. You best be buffering in those situations too. It can be so difficult on defense.
Yeah, if you're not pre-buffering, the challenge is much harder. Perfect. Yeah, the mix, just a shoulder tackle frame kill into check my mix. Good parry, just gonna block the situation out. Uh-oh.
There we go, the challenge, all right. Sarah Blast trying to enforce their will. A parry, that's so huge.
What's the mix? It's so meaty. Oh no, tried to go for the
difficult. It's so difficult. I appreciate Sarah Blast doing the best they can with anti-airing, but I don't think it is enough. Mike X gonna be your Canada West 4 champion, taking it 3-1.
The anti-airs were not terrible. Just Luke's button is just that good. It's just that good.
He's got like one fist on top of another. If you look at the hitbox, it's so crazy.
It's actually nuts. If
it's crap.
Had Sarah Blast opted for earlier DPs instead of waiting to react with crouching heavy punch, which again, all honestly, probably works much better on other matchups. Just not against Luke. It's insane. This Luke champion is a little insane.
This Luke champion is crazy there.
Did you see that skill 1? That's nuts. That's nuts. Congratulations to Mike X. I was about to take a sip for all the cheeky drive impacts, but
for all the Jimmy mains, you know, for all the meaty drive impacts, it's been such a pleasure to commentate this, of course. We'll be having the interview coming up very soon.
I was about to say, you're not done yet, Shaw. You got one more thing to do with me. Mike X, we're gonna have to get them loaded up for an interview just like the last one. But until then, a quick break while we set it up. Peace.